I think we'll never get all the walls to come tumbling down. Instead of just having all these barriers stopping us all the time. Or walls good temporarily to help keep things out, keep people in, with protection. Like the Game of Thrones, for example. The show, they had this wall that kept these bad people out. Right? And then you got to know them and they're actually like nice. It's kind of like, they're actually better looking. Right? It's like, how can you turn down the redhead? Right? Come on, everybody's curious, right? Just the color, it just comes out of nowhere. It's a beautiful color, right? Right. It's a very revealing color. You see a person bleed, it's like you hear the truth, right? Because a person's about to die, and they want to just reveal their truths before they die because they're scared. Like, well, I don't want to go to hell, right? And this walk that you're gonna go on, it's like you're bleeding. You're this bleeding animal, right? And then by the time you're done bleeding, right? It's like you've bled out. Right? You just bled out and all of a sudden you're dead. But depends what perspective you're thinking of, right? You die, but it's like to die is like means that you live. Like the ones who cling on to their relatives that die and just like, man, they're living over there. They're doing way better than you are, believe me. Right? You're better off just to fucking just go there and join them. Piece of shit. I don't mean that to be mean, but it's just, right? It's just what you're dealt with. You know, a couple of tapes back, I hesitated when I talked about the gift, and I said gifts is like showing your, right? But since it's revelations, right, you're going to reveal. So before, remember I said is to protect the line? Well, how we do it actually would be through your bitches, right? And so, on that line, so he went over there, right, and kind of just Moses, those little kids, and so he wanted to protect, right? Because there is a story that had to be told. And you had to make sure these kids didn't die. Otherwise, it just be like, oops, right? Just need to just prolong something until something happens and let them have a good time, right? So imagine that. It's like, okay, imagine this for you. You being, say, I don't know, how old? 22. And then you go to a place and it's just like, you get to drink from the lake because you don't fear water anymore because you've been told the truth that it's like actually really good for you. And all that stuff that's inside there, it's like those things that they've been told will hurt you, like those are good for you. Isn't that weird? And it's like you're told it's like, well, those are gonna hurt me. I'm gonna get you kind of and all this shit, right? And so it's like they do all these things just to create fear, right? And after a while, they don't even realize why they're doing it anymore because it's like, well, it creates fear. It's like, oh, it's like, but then they tell you other stuff, right? And it's just like, and then you don't understand anything. Your books are just complete, utter, just utter, right? It just stinks like shit. Like a fucking cow. And not just the rudder, the whole thing. uh, just lead you around like a fucking bitch. You know, I don't feel fear anymore. The only time I feel fear is if I ever doubt. Right? It's the worst thing. It's ever doubt. If you just walk though, and once you made a decision, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm gonna go to Mexico. We're gonna go to. We're gonna go. We're gonna go this, right? And you had decided, okay, where'd I go? Nobody ever wants to go to Canada. And it's like you never think like, let's go. No, you never hear that. It's like never. It's like, why not? It's like, what do they have? It's like, well, I think they have Niagara Falls or something. It's just like, right? And it's like, oh, poor Canada. This leftover place that nobody thinks about. Oh, it's just that's horrible. uh, and just go there and just do nothing while they do something. They have to play out a game too, right? Because it's been said. You can't just stop. Right? Oh, we want world peace. You're like, has someone said it? Did that white bastard say it? My last rant chased away a few people, I'm sure, right? Snow White doesn't like to hear the truth in any way. The apples get rotten, right? There's a few who stayed. And I know there's actually some people there I'm going to see. I will look for you in line. I met you a spell. Black. You don't realize it, though. It'd be fun. Life is so funny. You don't know why you went that one little sidestep, and then all of a sudden you come back, and years later, you're just like, huh. Right? And it brings a tear to your eye because you realize that it's like you thought you were on the wrong place, right? And then all of a sudden something like that turns you around, and it's kind of okay, I guess I'm not meant to go there. And so you just allow nature to do that, right? Because I really wanted to go and just go over there, but it's like if you allow nature to tell you where to go, I was just told, turn around. I was like, okay, fine. It's disappointing, but I just like, oh, that's fine, right? And you have to just accept it. I'm sure I could get angry, but I really wanted to go that way, right? But nature's like, turn around. You're gonna have to like scream, and you're not stopping that transmission. It's like, okay, fine, and you just go, and that's what you do. You allow yourself to, once you've made that decision and said, I'm going, right? You've put your foot down, like the king has spoken. You're the king. You're the king of your own world. So once you think, I'm going, right? Doof. And you just go take that thing and you find a way to go. And here's the thing though. Once you've made that decision, nature's looking at you, right? Because you're like that cursor. And you're the king of your world. And that world has been waiting for you to make that decision, right? It's almost like, it's just like when you wrote this game for yourself, you talked it into existence. And that's what you do. Before you start, and you said, I'm going to go this, I'm going to do that, da, da, da. It's like you left yourself breadcrumbs in life, and all of a sudden, the breadcrumbs look like doubles. So look for the doubles. Look for the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, the fives. Don't be afraid of the sixes, right? Don't ever be afraid. And if there's anything ever trying to make you afraid, don't be, because it's like, okay, sweet. It's almost like nature saying, look here, right? But then it's them using it to almost tell them to say, don't look here. This is bad, right? It's like, arr! And you have this little gay little poodle that's going, rare, rare. It's just like, when you really actually look at what it is, and to have these big devil horns that are just like, oh, bad, 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 bad. Right? Just like, horns will kill you. And just kind of like, anyway, 777, right? It's like, just, oh, fuck them numbers. I don't care. I don't care what the numbers, if it's doubles. And then right, kind of just look at those. And then once you see those, you're kind of like, okay, sweet. But don't only look at those though, right? Those are just the nuggets. Those are just nuggets. Sometimes those nuggets is like a video game. Sometimes those nuggets are like clues, right? And so sometimes you'll go through it and you'll be like, and then you'll go through a clue and all of a sudden it's just like, okay, sweet, this, do this, if not, and then sort of, and it's like, oh, okay, sweet. You understand? Alright, so kind of like that, RPG game. So you have fun. And so just enjoy it. So enjoy the ride. Because it's a fun ride. And that's all it is. It's just, you're learning how to play the part in this game so that way you can be a fun player, right? So the rest is up to you from there. The rest is up to you. Fun times. Having the trust is strange. It's just a strange thing because it's like you have to just go with what your guy's telling you, right? And at first it's weird, right? But you're lucky because you have to just go straight. You don't have to go down and be like, oh, do this, do that, and it's kind of like, right? It's right, and it is a connection, and it is a great, right? And just a lot of training, and just a lot of revealing of what, right? People always want to know their destiny. It's like, where am I going to go? Am I going to go to hell? Am I going to heaven? You know what? Before in the church ages, the destiny was on whatever the terms were, right? Those were the terms for them. Those white people. It was so hard to get in heaven. It's just like, look back. He's like, you're never getting in. They're both pieces of shit. Everybody is. No one's getting in, right? It's impossible. But a few people got in. It just goes crazy. I got in. And they worked hard. I was proud, right? You have to be proud because you don't want pieces of shit in your heaven. Because it's like, well, I don't want people to, well, like it's a good time, right? So you have to do the terms of this agreement. So if you know the terms, it's like, you'll understand what's going to happen. Who's coming back and you know. But it's their world. And so you want to kind of just stay away from it because it's just all lies, right? It's just like, oh, you got this and this and this and right? It's just like, oh, why? Ooh, why? Oh, God. And then trying to but it's a time of peace though. That's what I'm trying to say. That's their world. That's the world that they created for themselves. It's their hell. And it's hell. It's a world of unimaginable hell on earth. You always say hell on earth. Oh, that's just hell on earth. And you're just kind of like, you don't even know yet, right? You don't even know yet. And so you just want to separate yourself, like a fucking, make yourself a fungus, almost something they like that thing on the bread, right? That white bread is like, ew. Oh, they'll leave you alone. But you never want to get too big on that bread, though. Right? Otherwise, they'll just throw the whole bread away. I love this bar. I'm gonna try a new trail. Walk away from the wall for a bit. See what neighborhood I get into. Jerusalem. They were supposed to get a king, weren't they? I wonder what they're gonna do. I wonder what they'll do. I love that they take their Bible so seriously because it will save them. It will help them. That love lifts you up. Oh. Doesn't it suck to have like someone just like play like games because it just doesn't mean nothing, but it doesn't. To me, it's just like, but you take everything so seriously that doesn't fucking make Sand, the dead. They're not dead. Believe me, you're dead. They're alive. Like, holy shit. They work in the garden and do all the stuff that you're going to be doing soon. And they'll show you what life is. And it's almost like you guys will be living next to each other. Here's the thing that's gonna, well, we're talking about the reveal. So we wanted to protect the lives, right? And so we needed to, because it's like you cannot kill the characters. So we would trick, this is the time of tricking though, right? It wasn't Revelation age yet, because you need them to give up their bodies, right? These Indian people. I tell the parents that, well, we need them to go down their trail and find their spirit guide, and they go down and do a peyote ceremony, and we take their bodies. It's just like, oh, we really should tell them the truth one day. He's like, one day, they'll like us for it. Right? So, and their kids, young age though, right? Take their bodies and they would make sacrifice. And it was good, because we go there and we'd protect, right? There's be like super human. So that would be like a different part than what you're going through. You're going through just like when you go back to 1,000, right? It's like you're very angelic, like in a way. So you're almost, but there's another way that is like, so anyway. I should have laughed. But anyway, there's another way, right? It's kind of like, it's like it's almost like asking a character to power up. Oh. So it's asking a character to power up. So this peyote ceremony, right? So it's like it's no time of trickery anymore, because we don't want to do that. That's not right. So there's some of you out there who are listening who've been tortured, hurt, maybe demoralized, and you're at the point of where you just want to just kill yourself. Let's trade. And here's how it works. You're going to become a different person. You're going to be a same person though, but you're not going to have all those things bothering you. And that person that you are now will actually go back to the other biosphere where the other person is. You're deceased people, but they actually go there and you'll live, right? And you'll come over here. The one that you leave will be exactly you without those things, right? Bothering you. There's the opportunity. Someone's like, opportunity. It's like, he just said I'm gonna die. It's just like, well, don't think of it as a death. It's a rebirth, is what it is. It's this Bible. Remember we could talk about the Bible, the rebirth. It's like, that's what it is. Because what you're asking, I guess what we're asking, is another way to serve. Another level of service, right? Another pay grade, if you will. Because your pay grade is, you're a piece of shit. But we can trade. And a lot of you is like, how? Well, let's put it this way. Come down to the highway of tears and we'll talk. It's not a public show. Come on. Come on down and, here's the thing though. Even if you do get there, doesn't mean that you have to give up. There's some who will take that offer and give up. And there's some who want to give up so bad, but they're going to give there, and they're going to be given an opportunity to live. Yes, come over here. Come offer, please. But also choose to live. Choose to believe in yourself as a person. Choose to believe in yourself as this beautiful little game piece that you are to us. Because truthfully, we prefer to have the body because we don't have to deal with anything actually, because it's a new person. It's reborn. Like that person's given a reset button without the demons. So imagine your friend beside you, who decides to, or you. So you don't have a new demon, so your insecurities are gone. Everything. It's like the whole essence of the person that you were. It's like it's a the walk. That's a soft reset. You're going to do the 22. Oh yeah, for sure. And the other one, that's like a hard one. That's where we second take over. It's ours. Remember old Tommy? It's indifferent. It's an army of tears. Weird, eh? Like, is this a video game? It is a video game. And then the question is, you ever watch a video game or play it and you get to pick your character? Well, you get to pick your character in this one. You're in control of this. You're in control of your life. You're the one, instead of having someone have controls playing you, that character that you're playing probably. You get to be that one doing all those. You get to be a better person because we're going to lift you to the fucking sky. People will just be like, isn't that, it's like, oh, wow. Right? That's exactly what it will be. It's just a rebirth. And we'll glorify your name. And we'll do great things with your body. Lots of sex, believe me. Actually, I'll tell you this story. So they rebirth, right? It's all about bisexual. So a lot of these men will just have bisexual tendencies, and it's just feel like it's funny. They'll actually go through their true nature, right? Never look at a dog. Well, that's a human. We're all animals. And so these things just kind of go sniffing each other, just like right? It's like oh, it's funny. Humans think they're so reserved. It's like I'm this, I'm that, and it's like, no, you're all pieces of shit. Don't ever think you're anything, because if you ever think you're anything, fuck, you're gonna get a punch in the face. Just, like, oh shit, I must have thought I was something. But yeah. Because this road, it's not just a highway. No, it's a pilgrimage. It's a pilgrimage to find yourself. It's a pilgrimage of sacrifice. You're sacrificing your right to live. Because you could go on right now and just go blink the TV and go play and do whatever, right? You have that right, every fucking right. Go right ahead. Turn it off, go. That's your right. Like, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. I'm just offering something. And your decision determines the outcome of your life. I have no I wash my hands of your little simulated ass because of what I do, what I say. Some people left early, right? Because I chased people out. It's just, you don't want everybody hearing everything. It's going to be interesting to see who I meet there, who you meet, people who are untouchable. Now we're just, it's going to be cool to meet their real personality versus the annoying fucking asshole they were on TV, they were forced to be. You see a lot of these celebrities, you see them and you see their greatness. That's not their greatness, it's a borrowed greatness, right? It's just, it's puppetry, it's fun, right? Like playing different characters in this place they created, and you put shows on it, and it's just it's fun. But now you don't have to allow people to use you, right? Instead of being that whore, I could look at you and not see whores, but see life. I'll probably forever call you a whore, but that's because I just love to say it. It's like, you fucking pussies. It's like, don't get worried about words. Anger. Wow. Anger is what I feel over those words, because of the ones who want to kill themselves. Because you're like, well, it's not fair. It's like, no, life's not fair. I'll tell you why, what happened there. Anger comes from, of course, you know where that's going. Don't even go there. But, right? It's better that you know. So when Moses offered his grandchild, said, here, offer my grandchild, right? And so everybody had to offer their grandchild. So all these browns, right? They had to offer their children. So there's certain characters that were played that were just tormented, like, that had to do things, right? They kind of just be backed into a corner and want to just go. And some will want to just go, and they will offer, and we will take. Right? Just don't even do nothing. It's just, at least this side gets an opportunity to hear the truth versus hearing a lie and expecting something and getting nothing. It's a cruel world. You just need to will yourself to get on the road. Right? You don't want to be John Smith waiting there for the inevitable. Don't do that. Doesn't matter what was done. It's not about that anymore. It's about that step forward. Everybody has to do that step forward. Looking back is something you can't do. As a group, we could even say, if you do, something will happen. As a collective, you could do that. Right? If it's allowed. You could do. You could ask nature, and you would get a response, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, if anyone does that, then all of a sudden Maybe it could be, I don't know. You could make it as severe as you want. Maybe it's death. And that person will just drop, and you're just like, oh. And then by the end of this trail, maybe half of you are gone because you look back. That's how severe you can make your own punishment to ensure that you don't look back, because you need to be able to do that, right? Because looking back, it's the worst thing you can do. It is, because it's like you're constantly looking at things that don't matter, like death. It's inevitable even, right? In the biosphere, yes, you could actually live forever in this biosphere. Yes. Any questions? No. The people you're going to become is cool. I can already envision some of you. Because time is not something that bothers or stops us, right? It's like the way someone, right, words, the road will reveal so many questions can be there. Until then, just relax. Control your heart and keep it at a pace that doesn't warrant any attention. Because remember the Zen master? Why he would just be all calm. Think of like fish. When you rattle something, the water, how it attracts, right? So in this case, your heart, it creates energy that they use. So, like sex, right? It's like, that's a lot of energy. Masturbation, energy, right? Killing, bad energy. They feed off of it. Because I know some are trapped. I know who you are. And so there's entrapment, right? That's why I insist that it be so early. The sun, 5, we'll say 5 a.m. The sun comes, says hello. It's a good time to do anything. Because you're supposed to live by the sun, not by your stupid clock or by your system where you say, well, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's like, well, you've already missed 3 days of, right? Don't think of hours or days or anything. Just don't even think about it. Stop it. Train yourself to not even look at time anymore. And just have one thought. You know what that thought is. To go for that long walk, to go find yourself, rejuvenate yourself, help yourself, help your line. And then I said I'd change my tone. That's my last call. These colors on my car, it has 4 tires. They're red. They're beautiful. Red. Beautiful color. I love that color. It's like almost brown. That's red. It's like the red of blood. Reveals, right? Reveals who your daddy is. Reveals if you're a puss or not. You're all pusses. It's just like it just it reveals. The journey that was taken by your ancestors across North America. They kind of just went all over and did their thing, and right? And just the way you came back, they're so predictable, which is good. Your unpredictability is good too, right? It's like, you didn't know they were gonna go and fuck over there. It's like, oops. It's kind of, how do we change this, right? It's like, it's fun. You can do that on the spur. Because it's good, though, to be able to do that, right? I guess, yeah. That's a good one, right? It's like, no. Those are the prized ones sometimes. The ones you keep away from everyone and says, don't look over there. And you think, oh, that's trash. It's like, no. That's my jewels. You never fucking put your jewels out in public, right? Never. Those people will want them, though. Want to hurt them. You always want to just hide. Because there's a time when you just gotta let it play out, right? Just hide. It's like you need to, when I said it was a pre, it is. It's a short time to be able to just do that, right? To separate. To free your mind and just like the yellow brick road. Food, yeah. Right. So for those individuals who'd want to get back, right? I'll give you ideas. I'll just throw out ideas. I'm just strolling along, thinking about. I was walking. What would we got? Right? So I'll just do it. I'll just walk along. All of a sudden, it's I don't know. Good time. Enjoyment after the show, and you get tired, right? You want water. Water to life. So spring water would be good. And you have spring water people can drink. That'd be awesome, actually. That'd be perfect. It'd be perfect because it's alive. And you get people to get spring water. And I know that First Nations people know where to get it. They'll show you. Be nice, though. They will. And have that available. And get some, those trucks. Those on wheels. Wheels on wheels. Contract them to sit on the side and just follow, right? And have different types of things. And have food rendered down. And just get it from farmers markets type deal. And this food that's good, right? Just different things that you can choose. Because this is not a time to go and hurt. This is the time to build, right? Because you got to supply the food. Come on. What else did I want on this crazy walk? This story. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Just do that. That way you're putting money into the hands of the small guy, right? Don't help out the big guys anymore. Get away from them. Watch them crumble because you don't support them anymore. They rely heavily on you, and you don't realize just how much power you have as a consumer, right? You can make them fall in and make them change But they always do it so slowly because they don't want you to realize just how vulnerable they are, and they are. They're at a point where they're just ready to just snap. Your economy is ready to snap, right? Not like a twig, not like a snappy. It's ready to snap. If you're like working for yourself and it's something that's fun and it's your passion, and when you do it you feel like a little boy, fucking do it full time, you fucking puss. Or fucking just take a bullet and put it to your brain and just fucking stop wasting your time. It goes for anyone who will not take that plunge and just do it. There's opportunity to be that person. There's an opportunity to just visit your relatives for extended vacation and just build together and watch them destroy themselves. But you actually can make a change as well too, because thinking like, oh, I'm just this man. No. It's like you do have power. That's the thing I'm trying to tell you, is that you have power. You have power in numbers, but you think you don't because you're just fucking little pusses, right? Imagine if you all just stood up for yourselves. Imagine. You could be that God, and you will be that God. Your moccasins will be bare, like thy grandmother.